right. Welcome back to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. It is official. I am back with another PR piss off of the week. I tried to ignore this one and I just can't, because the more I ignore it, more shit just keeps coming out. And so I called my resident PR guru, Chandra Gore, out of the DMV area, one of your favorites, to come back on the show so we can discuss why Sesame Street is no longer having sunny days and clouds that melt away. They're ruining kids, Black kids' lives, and we're here to talk about it. Welcome, Chandra, to the show.
Thank you, because we're about to make it rainy days, okay?
I was like so upset. Like I was, we'll fill you guys in on kind of what's going on. I'm like, you can't help. You see Sesame Place, Sesame Street, you automatically think of the theme song, like sunny
days. Yes, and now it ain't the same no more. Playing with people's feelings.
On my way to where the edges meet. And now I'm just pissed. Like I feel like my entire childhood is a lie.
Yeah. You know the furry slipper slides we be wearing? That's what that would have been. Mm-hmm.
I had a Big Bird chair. Well, it scared me, but my mom, they got me a Big Bird chair. And then, you get older in life. My baby sister had a Tickle Me Elmo. That was a thing. And then I'm finding out just all this stuff always keeps coming out on Sesame Street. And I feel like I'm ruined. It's traumatic.
But I'm sorry. I'm glad I ain't got little kids no more, because I tell you right now, Sesame Place, I would have been sitting there with like Bernadette.
Oh, let me fill you guys in.
Bernadine, my bad. Mm-hmm.
All right. So yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, I was just chilling on Instagram and I see this post, and originally I saw it from Kelly Rowland's Instagram.
That's how I saw it.
She did a side-by-side and she was just mortified because you see these two young Black girls at Sesame Place, and the Sesame Street characters are doing a parade. They're coming down the parade and you see these two Black girls and they're so excited and they're really cute, and all you see is the back of their heads and they're waving at the characters. And you see this character, Rosita, is coming down, the street and waving at some people in the crowd, hugging others. And then all of a sudden you see Rosita, this big life-size Sesame Street character, look directly at the Black girls, and they're like waving and trying to interact, and you see the hand motion like no, and kept it moving. And the mom posted to her Instagram and said, I'm gonna keep reposting this until Sesame Street or Sesame Place Philadelphia rectifies this situation, because it was alleged like, okay, you did this to my little Black girls, but you didn't do this to some of the other white kids that were there. And so, of course, I'm going to get into their statement a little bit later, but you see Rosita do this and move on, and then immediately hug a non-child of color, or a white child. It was either white or Hispanic. I'm not.
Either way, it wasn't a Black baby. That's all.
Yeah, either way, it wasn't either of the Black girls. And so we only saw that one video. Kelly Rowland, which many of you guys are familiar, Destiny's Child. So she does a side-by-side. She's mortified. I wake up today and I start working, and then all of a sudden on my feed, I get a notification from, I think it was Joanne Reid, and now she's pissed. And so she's posted it, but what has now surfaced is a completely different video of the same character going down the street and ignoring another Black child. It wasn't even the two original girls. It was another Black child, the same exact character. And so you can't deny at this point that you're playing favoritism with the kids based on their color, because it's in plain view.
Right.
So I share it in my stories. People are like, oh my God, I'm so mortified. And I'm not even gonna lie, when I watch the kids and the excitement of these two Black girls to see this character that they've probably grew up with, idolized, whatever, And to see this grown ass adult, you know, who's in this costume, tell them no, and to see the disappointment on their faces, and for them to be these young Black girls, when I tell you my heart was crushed, like when I saw the second video, I was like, I'm almost in tears. I'm not a mother. If I were a mom, and the mom said on her IG, she said, I had to stop recording because I was pissed. And to see a second video surface, and then there's a third one now, same character. So another parent posted their son, her son, a little Black boy was with her, and the same thing. The son is like waving, 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 and this Rosita character hugs the child next to him, ignores the little Black boy, and keeps it moving. So it's like there are 3 separate incidences on the internet of the Sesame Place character ignoring Black kids and hugging and engaging with white kids and other kids that are non-Black. And it is a PR freaking nightmare. I mean, what did you see?
Yeah, I was going to talk about there's, you know, the Apollo lie that came out talking about, you know, the mother had requested that they, you know, to do a photo op with the children and all of that. So it's kind of hard to the video is not edited. So you could like, there's no way that, because I was reading the Apollo lie that was posted.
So here's the statement. So Chandra's referring to the statement. So like I said, when you get a bunch of celebrities involved and then it hits the shade room, it hits Spiritual Word and a lot of those high engaged social media accounts, you knew it was going to go viral. So it goes viral, and Sesame Place issues a statement. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to flip it up on the screen, but it says, our brand, our park, and our employees stand for inclusivity and equality in all forms. That is what Sesame Place is all about. And we do not tolerate any behaviors in our parks that are contrary to that commitment. We also are, and have always been, committed to making sure every family and every child has the best possible experience at our parks. And we are incredibly disappointed when that does not happen. Regarding the incident yesterday, the costumes our performers wear sometimes make it difficult to see at lower levels, and sometimes our performers miss hug requests from guests. Let me tell you something. If you watch that video in slow-mo, you see Rosita looking up, waving and engaging, and she looks directly at the 2 little girls and does and walks off. Miss me and every intellectual person that has seen that with that bullshit. And what I don't stand for, especially with brands and businesses, when you clearly have a PR firm, is gaslighting.
And that's what they're doing. Gaslighting. But to blatantly lie like this, it's like, you know what, maybe y'all should review more, like, and then to say that the performer portraying the Rosita character has confirmed that the no hand gesture seen several times in the video was not directed at any specific person. Rather, it was a response to multiple requests from someone in the crowd. Okay.
How many times
bullshit.
When you go to Chuck E. Cheese, or when I was a kid, it was Showbiz Pizza, and then it was
Chuck with them scary eyes.
When you go to Chuck E. Cheese, I've never seen Chuck E. Cheese just like straight up like Like,
right.
Chucky just plays like he can't see you. He's still waving at everybody. He's still happy, but he's not blatantly telling a child no.
In their face. See, they would have kicked me out. I would have been a whole PR situation. Publicist X out at Sesame Place and then sent everybody down the yellow brick road, because therefore you're not going to play in these people's faces. And then for all these, listen, this is just like, they said they spoke to the family. Now, this is what I'm saying. Like, see, y'all not gonna get up here on Beyonce's internet and lie and say y'all spoke to the family. The family's like,
she said they didn't.
Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. These Apollo lies, y'all need to fact check and get your shit together get your stuff together before you start making these public, quote unquote, apologies to justify your employees' lack of respect and blatant racism. And these are kids. These are children. The whole comms team and everybody up there need to be fired. Damn that. Everybody need to go to diversity. They gonna say that they did diversity. This is what's gonna happen. We are sending all of our team members to diversity training so that this incident does not happen again. We will be shutting down the park and they will be doing a full day intensive where they're going to identify and make sure they understand blah, 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 that bullshit. Tell me I'm lying.
The character needs to be fired, number one.
Drug. Mm-hmm.
The character needs to be fired. Like, that should have been first and foremost, instead of you issuing this statement that's gaslighting this poor woman and insulting our intelligence, when we can really see from the video that he or she denied the little girls.
You're not gonna play in my children's face. As a mom, oh, we playing in my children's face. Sorry, Rosita, but you would have been a pair of furry slippers.
Yeah, somebody was like, I would have burned it down. All the Sesame.
Hello, we'd be living in Austin trash can.
They're like, Sesame Place would have been in smoke. I was like, listen.
All of it to the ground.
It's just bad across the board, and what they don't understand now, like the power of social media, like they had an opportunity to just nip that in the bud. But when you issued this statement, it just poured more gasoline on the fire. Now there's more celebrities involved with more demands. And somebody wrote on the mom's account, I can't wait to see your daughters on Sesame Street soon, because I'm pretty sure that's what's coming next. They're going to offer them a spot.
I wouldn't even take it. I wouldn't even let them continue to play in my face like that. You will not use my children as a PR crisis management angle to clear your name, because this is what happened with them good people down at the Sesame Street, either retired or died, because they wouldn't do this back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When the people had sense back in the day, but this was blatantly.
But this is what people don't understand, and especially this is the part where I'm getting really, really upset with Sesame Place, is that they're not understanding that what they did to these kids was traumatic. Like, now you've planted in these two young Black girls, you have affected their confidence, their self-esteem. This goes beyond just saying no.
It's the hand gesture. This is no, but to point and then do like this, like, look, listen, it's taking everything in me to, I'm getting angry just watching the clip again, because she high fives the lady and she does this and does this to those kids.
Yeah. So
basically trying to tell me, first of all, you can say no, but that's not how you do it. No, and then do that. You don't do that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Jacque, Reid on there, all of them, child.
Yeah. So the mom issued a statement on her Instagram stories today and just said, look, I never asked for that character to take a picture. And as I'm watching my video, I don't believe that the family, I guess she's talking about the family next to her, asked for one either. I wholeheartedly feel as though their statement was released to save face. Also, a manager reached out to me earlier via a phone convo. I responded via DM to confirm. Since the post went viral, no communication was had since then. Sesame Place, instead of trying to save face, you should have given a public apology to my girls. That statement was disrespectful and distasteful. Talk about adding insult to injury. And she says, I will repost this video every day until it's rectified. I really tried to handle this situation calm as possible, but I am hurt. And that response just made it worse. The character could have just waved to everyone, like I said, or just kept walking. But to blatantly look at my kids and say, no, I am not accepting that. Don't try to tell me he can't see lower levels. He looked at them and said no. So embarrassing and hurtful. I will repost this video every day until the situation is handled. Signed, a hurt mom.
But why lie and say y'all reached out? See, that's the whole lying stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It is. But I mean, if we're talking in terms of PR, it's always best to address the situation before it gets worse. And they just kind of let this fester. I don't think they thought that someone with as much power as Kelly Rowland, Joy Reid, and those guys were actually going to get a hold of this and demand action. And you just can't operate like that in these days and times in terms of cancel culture and how fast things can go viral. And then to issue a statement that gaslights, listen, the customer's always right. So the statement, a better statement that would have been received, that would have nipped this in the bud, is to start it the exact same way they did it and say, and the employee has been terminated.
That's it. That should have been the statement.
But because you didn't want to terminate the employee, you wanted to gaslight your customer. Now it's going to cost you more down the road than if you would have just fired the employee.
Well.
And now, because you did all the gaslighting, 2 additional videos have come out with different kids showing the same action. So now you really just look stupid.
So this is my question, right?
And then somebody else on the comment said this is a known Republican and racist area of Philadelphia as well.
My question is this. There's no backtracking that they can do, because if more video, I know that more videos are going to come out. More complaints are going to happen. All of these things are going to, and you can't backpedal. You can't save face on this. You know what I'm saying? There's no justification for any of it. You know, so at this point, you're right, they should have just said that person's been fired and we will do better. But no, they didn't do that. They want to say that it was a the whole thing where other people want to take pictures and all this other stuff. But we can see that like you can clearly see what happened. Like, stop playing in people's faces. And then that Apollo lie was just ridiculous. Like, why would you even do, like,
it's just bad.
I'm gonna say this. I don't care if it was Republican County or whatever, whatever area, whatever. If you are catering to families and children, your staff should know how to uphold the mission of the brand. They should care enough to make sure that they are not besmirching this long-standing brand that has been made to have inclusive things for children and families. This is totally against what Sesame Street was built on. Now y'all out here looking crazy. Now Elmo gonna have to go on TV and do a special. Oscar the Grouch gonna have to say he leaving. Like, all of this other stuff gonna have to happen. There's gonna be a special episode of them at the parade.
Make a new song.
Girl, Elmo and all the little children gonna be on there, and then they gonna probably bring in they might roll out Tyler Perry for this. I'm just gonna say it right now. They're gonna roll out everybody to try to get everybody back on. Lord, listen.
I don't know. My thing is this: is that the next point of action is that you have to terminate this employee.
All of them.
You have to terminate the employee.
And the management
has to go. Rosita has to go. And you've got to reissue another statement. That is the only way to fix this. Otherwise, it's about to get real ugly.
It's gonna be that same. We are closed for the day. I'm sorry. They're gonna do like Starbucks did. Like, listen, how many diversity trainings are y'all gonna do? Like, did they not read y'all handbook or watch a little VHS that y'all play?
They're gonna say, and we have remanufactured our costume design so now that we can see a 360 view of our audience, not just upper but lower as well.
See my face?
Partnered with top fashion designer so-and-so
it's gonna be a black designer. It's gonna be a black designer.
Yeah,
let me tell you, we know this whole song and dance. I mean, I need them to get listen, Sesame Place. Y'all ain't gonna be bought out no more. Cause just gonna tell you right now, all them high dollar. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all are not gonna be bought out by these families who got that coin to do so. So y'all might as well go ahead and take this hit. Period. That's it. Because this and the only way they're going to change is when that money hits. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like yep. Mm. I wonder who the
I
employee
wouldn't
is.
imagine that. I don't understand why they're not changing now. I mean, they are getting, it's not local. This is national press.
Bless the
Newsweek did an article about it.
You know where I read it from? New York Times, I think it was. Hold on.
Yeah, this is bad.
It's everywhere. And if it goes to Daily Mail, it's a wrap. That's international.
Bad. This is it's like fires all around them. And all you have to do is one thing: fire the employee, issue your statement. That is going to cost you way less than what you're paying your PR firm. And then, I mean, if anybody doesn't learn anything from this, and I learned this in my first job, the customer is always right. But we are so in this culture now where we always got to be right and we got to fight. We got to prove a point. This is not a situation to prove a point.
And there are people online saying it's not racism. It's not, that's not, they do that to kids all the time.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. The problem is that whoever, and I guarantee if we asked them and we said, who's on your PR team, who's in management, who's at these upper leadership levels, I highly doubt there's any Black people up there, which is why which explains the statement. Because if you had any Black mom or any Black woman in leadership after that happened, that statement would not have been issued.
At all. At all.
So this is, now that we're talking about this is I would request, I'm going to send I'm a DM Joy. Maybe she'll answer me, maybe she won't, but I really think it's also a question of, now we want to see who you have in leadership. Because
they're going to put a couple tokens up there.
Huh?
We're gonna get some tokens up there in a minute.
Nah.
Formatory hires and all that other stuff.
But I'm curious to know who's in leadership. I don't think it's anybody Black for them to issue a statement the way that they did.
I'm looking now.
But all right, well, this is just where we're at. If you saw this in hot news, definitely leave a comment below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, you can go ahead and head on over to Instagram, PR Yourself Podcast, send me a DM like you normally do. Tag me in your comments. I'm just thinking about this simply. We have a lot of PR pros that listen to this, so let me know how you would do this. I don't specialize in crisis management, but I do see things in very black and white from my attorney background, and this is simple. Fire the damn employee and reissue a new statement. Like, that would have put this fire out a long time ago. I don't even think you need to talk about the diversity training, because that adds more fuel. That pisses us off even more because you don't mean it. Fire the employee. This is a singular issue made by a singular individual. There's 3 separate videos that show that. Fire them.
Oh, I found it. I don't even want to say. I don't even want to do this to ourselves, but
Go
no.
Ahead. Go ahead.
No, I found the marketing. Hold on one second. Lord, listen. I'm pulling up on LinkedIn, and I'm just gonna say this. It looks like we don't have a lot of the communications manager's only been there for 6 months. Oh, bless her heart.
Welcome.
Look, listen, I only been here for 6 months. I don't know no better. She better use it as an excuse. Listen, I'm sorry, but I would have quit. Y'all know what? I'm gonna go on and head out.
Pay me enough for this.
Girl, I would have head out. You know what?
You can figure it out and turn this thing around. She'll be eligible for some of the top PR awards in the city.
Well, there is a job announcement for a public relations manager at Sesame Place, Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Oh, wowzer. Oh, wow. Wait, there's another one that came out again today. Oh, wow. Okay, listen. They had the hidden price. Oh, gosh. I'm going to say this. Leslie Mack, actually, she's on it. Oh, Lord. this is getting worse and worse, like
I told
worse
you, they
and
had-
worse. It said a supervisor at Sesame Place reportedly refused to help the family, but the social media team reached out. It wasn't this park, it was the social media team.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Thank you.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
This is exactly, they said there's a history and there's a huge thread. So all I'm gonna say is this. Ashley Carter from Spectrum News actually said, you know, this is a like, whew. So if you got stock, I would suggest
Sell. Now's the time to sell.
find somewhere else for y'all money, because this is going down in flames.
It's a classic case of when your ego
Mm.
just takes over. All you had to do was do one thing, and that was fire the employee. And because you did it, now your skeletons are out of the closet, and there's just no coming back from this. But unfortunately, I've got to wrap. I've got somewhere I've got to be. This has been fun. I'll post as much of this in the comments, or for you to follow the trail if you're like me. Sometimes I just sit in bed at night and I just
go down
follow
the rabbit hole.
Before you know it, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, I gotta wake up in 2 hours. What have I been doing? I've been following the rabbit trail of gossip. So anywho, send me a message. Let me know what you think. PRR Yourself Podcast on Instagram. Leave me a comment if you're watching this on YouTube. It's Chandra Gore. You can follow her on all of her platforms. How can they find you?
You can find me at Gore Consults on Instagram. You'll find the links to my other pages, Facebook, Chandra Gore Consulting, and that's it. I ain't got no words, but don't you? I can't tell you how to get to Sesame Street. Okay, I can't.
Yeah, there's no more sunny days or
no
clouds away. It's storming, and I see a monsoon coming. So evacuate. Mayday, Mayday. It's done. All you had to do was one damn thing. I can't.
Listen, right. Off with their heads.
Yes, off with their freaking heads. Rosita. All right. We're out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until I get pissed off, we'll have another PR piss off soon. I guess it's just in the air. It's triple digits here in Texas. So we're all just easily pissed off. But this really got me going. But anyway. All right. Thanks for tuning in. You know what to do. Like, comment, share, and until next time.